And I will share my screen now so that everyone can see the screen of MIBD. So this is the screen of MIBD of the website. The website is mibd.ch. So very important, and I invite everyone, if you have time, to go on the website and have a look about the different program offering. Now, today we are specifically working on the certificate and diploma in the field of hospitality. So the next intake will be April 21 in 2025. So there is enough time to recruit students at the moment and to organize interview to the students. What I suggest is to understand if your candidate is eligible to do an hospitality program in Switzerland and if he's mature to do this type of program, because students who will come to Switzerland will have the opportunity to do the certificate program, which is usually 6 months, followed by the internship, which is again 5 months. During the internship, the students will receive a salary, and as by law over here in Switzerland, the salary is around 2,200 Swiss franc per month. So 2,200 Swiss franc per month, to give you an idea, in US dollar is about 2,500 US dollar per month for the internship. Logically, they will the hotel that will hire them, they will deduct the accommodation part and the food. So in the end, the students will have a net salary of about 1,000 Swiss franc, to give you an idea. So the program starts on the 21 of April. Is a program which is running since many years over here in Switzerland in the beautiful town of Montreux. And the great part is that there is a big request over here in Switzerland for bringing international students who speak good English for this type of program. Students will need to have an English level equivalent to start for the certificate program 5.0 on IELTS or equivalent. So this is the law in Switzerland, so you can check as well with the Swiss embassy in your country, but usually is 5.0 on IELTS or equivalent to start with the certificate program, which will start on the 21 of April for a period of 5 months, followed by internship of additional 5.5 months. Finish the internship, we'll start the diploma program, which is again 5 months, and then 5 months internship again. So this is how the program is running. We work with a lot of hotels. The majority of the hotel over here in Switzerland are 3 stars hotel, 4 stars hotel. Sometimes we manage to place candidates as well in 5 stars hotel. In order to be eligible to start the program, as I mentioned, is the English certificate, which is very, very important. Your students need to have a high school. This is as well very important. And then after we will do an interview to your students. Very simple. So we need to have an interview to your students in order to understand if the student is eligible to come to Switzerland. What is very important to Switzerland is to understand if your student has enough financials to study in Switzerland, because as you may know, to get the visa for entry in Switzerland, you need to have a very good financial background. So the financial background that the Swiss embassy usually asking is that the students will need to provide that he has at least 30,000 Swiss franc. 30,000 Swiss franc is equivalent about 35,000 US dollar in the bank account. So this is the requirement of the Swiss embassy usually. So it's very important that you need to make sure that your students are eligible to study in Switzerland and they have the financial disponibility to cover the cost for the accommodation, for the living cost, and for the tuition fee. So this is fundamental for the Swiss embassy. So I'm explaining to you now how much is the tuition fee for the certificate program for 2025. As of for 2025, the certificate will be 8,900 Swiss franc, and this cover the tuition fee only. And for the diploma will be 9,500 Swiss franc for the tuition fee only. So on top of that, you need to calculate that your students will need to pay as well for the accommodation. So the accommodation will be around 1,200 Swiss franc per month. I invite you to remain on the mute modality so that I can continue with my presentation. Thank you very much, everyone that joined late now. Welcome. My name is Richard Affolter. I'm the director of WEBA, and today we have a presentation of MIBD, Montreux Institute of Business Development, which is based in Montreux, Switzerland, and is offering the certificate and diploma program in the field of hospitality. The website is www.mibd.ch. You can see here, I will copy this link and I will put this on the chat system. Anyway, I will do a follow-up email after we finish, and I will send you as well a recorded presentation so that you can use this anytime with your team and with your staff. Now, the program is a 2 years program. 1 year is certificate and 1 year is diploma program. So the first year, I repeat one more time, is certificate, which is 6 months in the school theory and 6 months practicum. This means an internship inside in a hotel, 3-star, 4-star, or even 5-star hotel. And the same is for the diploma program. The concept is always the same. The tuition fee is 8,900 Swiss franc for the certificate program and 9,500 for the diploma program. English level, very important, 5.0 on IELTS or equivalent. We need that you provide us the last 3 years, what the student did. So the high school diploma, we accept a gap of about 2-3 years maximum. We invite as well that you prepare a CV which show exactly what your students did until today, and we will do an interview to every student that registered. So this is very important for you to understand. We will do an interview to every single student. So after you apply, I share now the link where you need to apply your students. I copy this here and I put this on the chat system. You just apply your students like you apply your students for UK university. Very simple. This is the application form. You include your email from your company, country, certificate, diploma. I forgot to inform you that we have as well the Foundation English program. The Foundation English program is for students with very low English level. But this program is not for students coming from Southeast Asia. This program is more for students coming from Europe. For your information, we will not get a visa for the Foundation English program for students coming from Southeast Asia. So this is important for you to understand. So also, let's back here, certificate program and diploma program. You click and you fill out the application form. You include all the details. What is very important is the bank statement. This is something that I discussed in the last 3 months with, I think, over 100 agents, is the bank statement. You have to make sure that your students have enough financial to cover the cost when they will come to Switzerland. So this is our experience in the last 22 years. To study in Switzerland, your students need to provide a bank statement of at least 30,000 Swiss francs. So I'm talking about 35,000 US dollar. Why is that? Because this is the law that Switzerland is requesting. Very simple. So logically, you cannot put inside 30,000 Swiss francs today and take out this tomorrow. They want to see that this amount is in the bank for at least 1 month. Similar like to the UK, you need to have the money inside in the bank for at least 1 month. And on top of that, if your student is coming from Africa, from India, or any other country outside Europe, it's important as well that your students will have evidence that show exactly from where they get this money. So it can happen that maybe the parents provide this money to the candidate. So we need to show some evidence. And I want to share now some additional information, which I think it's very important for you to understand. So now we go with the financial, because we're talking about the financial part. So this is a document that you need to fill out. And this is certificate of financial support. So it's very important your students fill out this in details. This is very, very important. Okay. So, and sign this. So when you fill out the application form, we need this document as well. And we will share this document with you by email. Then what is very important as well is this document here, which is the post-study statement. We need a confirmation that guarantee that your students will leave Switzerland after they finish the program. And we need this from your student. He need to sign this document, and you need to upload this document as well when you apply your students. We need this, and as well the Swiss Embassy, we need a copy of this one. Then we have more document that I want to show you. This is the motivation letter. So it's very important that your students will prepare a very good motivation letter, sign this document here, and the motivation letter must explain why they want to do the hospitality program over here in Switzerland, how they choose MIBD, and explain what they want to do in the future. So it's very important not to use ChatGPT. I know how to use ChatGPT. I think everyone knows how to use ChatGPT today. So you have to make sure that your students will not prepare this motivation letter in using ChatGPT. So you should read all the details we send to you, and you have to make sure that your student is signed this document as well. So we have to make sure that this is a genuine document. Then we have more, we have more document that we want to show you, which we prepare for you. One is the credibility questionnaire. So we prepare a credibility questionnaire, and I explain to all your colleagues, other agents from around the world, from Latin America, from Russia, from Africa, from India, from Indonesia, from Taiwan, to interview your students. You as an agent need to interview your students. You have to make sure that they know exactly where they will go, which school they choose, why they choose Switzerland, why they choose MIBD. Because when we do the interview to your students, we will answer him these questions. I can see that some question coming into the chat system. Can students from India apply for certificate and diploma course? Yes. We have a lot of Indian students over here in Switzerland, Mr. Ranu, and they do the certificate program and the diploma program. Then we have another question from Mr. Ataul Islam Tursa from Bangladesh. Can students from Bangladesh apply at this time? This is always a question mark. It does not depend from the school. The school will accept students from everywhere in the world. We accept students from everywhere. It depends from the Swiss embassy. If your student is genuine, if your student has enough financial that he can support his study while he's here in Switzerland, then usually there is not a problem. Is everything has to do with the student's background, family background, especially in Bangladesh, and financial. This is fundamental. There are Bangladeshi students study over here in Switzerland without any problem. I saw Bangladeshi students in the school. I saw Bangladeshi school students in the university. I saw Bangladeshi students in high school. So there is absolutely not a problem, but everything will always depend on the Swiss embassy. So this is why we need to prepare our students who come to Switzerland before they apply the Swiss embassy. This is one of the reasons why we always interview your candidate. And this is the reason why we prepare as well this question mark here from MIBD. And the most important part is logically why they want to study in Switzerland, why they want to do the hospitality program, what is the post-study plans. This is very, very important. I make an example. You have a candidate and his father owns a hotel in Delhi, in Lagos, in Dhaka, whatever, in Moscow. This can be a good point while the embassy will accept your students, because they know that some of the family owns a hotel. So this is as well a strategy. Maybe not some close people, but maybe the uncle or someone else is owning a hotel or a big restaurant. So you have to prepare your students as much as you can. So when you have the interview at the Swiss embassy, you can bring some evidence and reason why they want to study in Switzerland and do the hospitality program, and what is the post-study plans. Because if they go back to the home country after and they say, I will be able to get a job when I'm back in India, in Bangladesh, in Nigeria, in Russia, whatever, and if you can maybe present some evidence that maybe a letter from a hotel in your home country which say that they will get the jobs when they come back from Switzerland, this helps to get the visa. So very important, try to understand the importance of the post-study plans with evidence. More evidence you can show to the Swiss embassy, more you have a chance to get the visa to come to Switzerland. And financial questions. These are questions that usually every Swiss embassy is asking. Who is financing your study, etc., etc. I will not read everything what is written here, but it's important for you to understand that the financial part is very important here in Switzerland. Now, the tuition fee is very good. It's 8,900 Swiss franc, which is about, let's say, 9,500 US dollar, which is lower than the UK. So many of you, you're sending students to the UK. So the price is very competitive for the certificate program and as well for the diploma program, which is then 9,500 Swiss franc. On top of that, we have as well the master program. The master program is a little bit more expensive. It's a 1-year master program and is 40,900 Swiss franc. The master program is made in conjunction with a university located in Latvia. So they will receive a dual degree, one from MIBD and one from a university in Latvia. So this is something that you should know as well. We have as well a master program, and we already received application in November and now as well in December for the master program. And as well, this program will start in April. In this case, will start 1 week later and will be the 28th of April. Now, we have the certificate program, which is 8,900, the diploma, which is 9,500, and the master program, which is 40,900. We have as well the foundation program in English, but this is only for European students, for your information, not for students coming from outside Europe. So now these are the information that I wanted to share with you. Let me see here if I have one more point that I want to share with you, which I think can be very important. Okay, the motivation letter I show you, the post-study statement, the visa information. Now, as you know, we have in Switzerland different cantons. And in this case, Montreux, which is the location of the school, is located in the canton Vaud. So I will send and I will share with you all this information that I already explained to you, but I will share this information to you by email. And you can see exactly what is the requirement in this particular case by the canton Vaud at the Swiss embassy in your home country. So they will need an acceptance letter from MIBD. This is not a problem. The curriculum that you have to prepare, copy of diploma that you have to prepare, find and contact the Swiss embassy logically, intention letter, as I explained to you, personal study plan, duration of the stay in Switzerland, and future plan. So future plan is very important, as I mentioned before. If your students will have a job when they go back in the home country and they can provide like a document that show that they will be hired after they finish the certificate or the diploma program, this will help a lot to get the visa for entry in Switzerland. The post-study statement document that I showed to you, the official bank guarantee or letter of commitment from your financial sponsor, which suggests leaving around 30,000 Swiss francs, as I mentioned before. This is very important because over here in Switzerland, we have an evaluation that we need to show to the Swiss embassy that your students will have around 2,100 Swiss franc per month while they are studying over here. Now, I repeat for the new one who just joined us that the important part is here that your students will be able to have a job as well when they do the certificate program and the diploma. That means they can do 6 months, they need to do 6 months theory and then 6 months internship inside in a hotel, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star hotel. So this is for you very important to know. So the second part, when they will start the internship, they will get as well a salary. The salary is around 2,200 Swiss franc per month. 2,200 Swiss franc is more or less 2,400, 2,500 US dollar. And logically, the hotel will deduct the cost of the accommodation and will deduct as well the food. So in the end, your students will receive around $1,000 per month. This is the net. For the accommodation, the first 6 months, MIBD will help the student with accommodation as well. So we are working together with several organizations in Montreux area where your students will be accommodated. And usually the accommodation is basis double room or even triple room. And the fee for students is around 1,000, 1,100 Swiss francs per month for the accommodation. This is very important for you to know that this is the cost over here in Switzerland. The health insurance is to be paid separately. The health insurance is around 190 Swiss francs per month per student. We have an excellent success rate over here in Switzerland with students coming from India, from Nigeria, from Indonesia, from Taiwan, from China, from Russia, logically from Europe, from Latin America, who want to do the hospitality program. And we looking to get a good number of students starting April, which is mid-season. And for your information, we will start as well an additional intake immediately in June. So there will be one intake in April, one intake in June. The next one will be in September 2025 and again in November 2025. So this is important for you to know, to not worry about. because you can start the application process now. We try to get as many students as possible for April, but in case it happened that the students will not receive a reply on time, you can go to the next intake, which is in June. Very important. You have to know that the Swiss embassy is quite fast. In a period of 1 month, 1.5 months, they give you all the answer if the students will receive the visa or not. What is important is the documents that you need to prepare in advance. And for this, I will do a follow-up email with all of you, and I will explain you exactly all the information you need to share with us and all the documents you need to share with us. If there's any questions, you are more than welcome to put your question on the chat system. So today is my last meeting for MIBD. I had calculated today how many I had this in this intake in the last 3 months. There was about 27 meeting, and but my colleague just said in the office that I have one more today to go. So anyway, if you don't know exactly how to move forward, you can always reach me, you can always reach my team, and we will assist you with all the help you need. What is important, if you want to organize an interview with more students, we can organize a Zoom meeting. You can bring on students, parents inside as well, and we can give a full presentation to your students and parents. What evidence could I receive a request now from Ranu. What evidence could one provide in terms of funds? Evidence is a bank statement usually, but as well, I know that many country, some of the family they own some house, so they can show that they own a house. If some family entrepreneur, they will ask like a balance from the last 3 years of the company. So there are many evidence that can be shown to the Swiss embassy. How many months should the money for living expenses be held in the account? But technically, this is a good question, Constance. Technically, there is no specific request, but a suggestion I give, try to make sure that this is for at least 3 weeks or 4 weeks. It happens, basis our information, that some Swiss embassy people contact the bank directly and ask them if the information they receive are correct. So it can happen as well that the Swiss embassy will ask for the last 12 months. So they wanted to see the last 12 months from your account, for your student's account. So it depends as well on the age of the students. If the student just finished the high school, it's not much that the students can show. So they will ask from the parent side if they can provide some document of the last 12 months so that they can make an evaluation if the daughter or the son has enough money to provide for their own cost, for the living cost over here in Switzerland. So this is a little bit how it works. Logically, if the family owns a house, owns a hotel, owns a company, this helps logically when they provide some bank statement, bank document. More document you can provide to the Swiss embassy, more the Swiss embassy will be happy. Yes, there are a postgraduate program. We have a master program as well, starting on the 28th of April. We have a post-study program with is a master, and this is a 1-year master that is offering by MIBD together with a university in Latvia, Europe. And this is very important for you to know that we are getting students from master ready for next intake. So we have the certificate program, diploma program, and the master program at MIBD, located in Montreux, Switzerland. About the commission, I will share with you the information via email so that you have all the information about the commission. If you want to have an additional meeting with some of your students and parents, maybe bring them together and we can arrange a Zoom meeting. We are available during the Christmas time and the New Year. We are working through beside the 24 and 25 and 26, but after this time, we are always working. We can you organize a webinar for agents on work in Europe? We are now focused today on MIBD, and this is what we are doing here today. So we are organizing many webinar for additional program and workshops around the world, online and in person. But today we are focused on MIBD Switzerland hospitality program, which offer the certificate diploma program and as well a master program. So I think that I explained to you all the details from A to Z. I will share with you a copy of this presentation and more information by email. And I'm looking forward to welcome your students. And thank you very much for your time today. And I wish everyone all the best, good health, and have a good New Year's start. And I hope I will be in contact with you as well in 2025. Thank you again for participating. I know some of you who are with me today here, and it will be great to meet you in the near future as well in one of my events. Thank you, Simran, to join me. Thank you, Nina. And thank you as well to Mr. Akbar, Constance, Ataul, Ranu. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.